Eddie, a lot has changed since we talked to you last. On your third coach, another defensive system, a lot of guys gone. What's your reaction, your mood as you kind of get back here to start anew?
Oh man, just happy to get started. Ready to put last year and everything behind us, and just start over again.
How do you react to change when it's been as widespread as it's been, especially for a defense that had been together for as long as it had been?
Oh, it's different. It's different, but like I said, you got to control what you can control. And right now, we just coming in, trying to get used to the guys that we got right now and building out that.
What is it that you personally can control?
Just my effort, going out there, buying into the system, showing up, buying into meetings, and just executing, and do what coaches ask.
How do you think you fit in the system?
I feel like I fit pretty good. It's everything's been good so far. It's still early on to tell, but I feel like everything's gonna be good this year for everyone.
How's this system different from what you've been in the past?
I would say it's just probably a lot simpler. It's not too much of, eyes here, eyes there. You just, you see what's in front of you and, play. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Eddie, Eberflus talks a lot about this defense being predicated on taking the ball away. And do you think that there'll be more opportunities for you, that he'll be able to put you in better position to take the ball away a little bit this year?
Yeah, most definitely. We do a lot of good things right now so far. Even though it's just starting, it's still early, like I said. But just going around, flying around, and just like I said, it's more simple. Just seeing what's in front of you, breaking on in your eyes, not in 1,000 places. So.
What's your early impression of him and his coaching style?
Oh man, it's cool, man. I like everybody. Everyone's cool, down to earth. Everyone's open-minded. It's not no bunch of guys who just come in trying to tell you do this, do that. Nah, they talk to you, care about you, your well-being. So, I like them.
Eddie, Matt has said a couple times it's a clean slate for you this year. What does that sound like to you? How do you feel when you hear that?
I feel pretty good. Just get everything behind you. Everything you went through. So now it's just fresh start. No one cares what you did in the past. Right now it's here and forward. So that's what we focus on.
That flying around after the ball, it seems to be a big emphasis for you guys. Do you think that is something that is going to be good for you and maybe help you get back to more of your turnover ways you had early in your career?
Yeah, most definitely, and that's just for the defense as a whole. Everyone's flying around, making plays, breaking on the ball, and when you do that, it's just certain things start to happen.
Eddie, what was your reaction when the Khalil Mack got traded? Where were you at, and what was just your overall reaction?
Oh man, it was crazy. Khalil is like a big brother to me. He was one of those guys who took me on his wing when he first got here, so I learned a lot from him. And just seeing that, it's kind of crazy because it's the business side of it. He kind of expected it. We kind of talked about it if it was gonna happen, and ended up happening. But it was crazy. But
Yeah, I think you're one of 5 players left from the 2018 team. What's your reaction as you kind of look around and see so much change around you, and what do you think that's a reflection of?
Man, you just gotta, like I said, control the controllables. Not try to look into that. Just coming out here and try to go to work every day. Try to lead from the front, lead by the things you do. It's a lot of young guys right now in the room, so they looking up to guys like me, Roquan, a couple older guys, the guys that have been here. Just to see how we do things. So we just got to lead from the front and lead by example.
Eddie, there were times we talked to you last year when you were frustrated. How would you judge your season last year, and did you work on anything in particular this offseason?
Yeah, it wasn't the best at all. I think it's probably one of my worst seasons. I said, I gave up too many deep balls, and just trying to eliminate that. There's little things with your eyes, breaking on the ball, attention to details, little things, little fixes that you can make.
The way you feel about that, how you played last year, and the disappointment in that, does it change your mindset even in April, even in minicamp, with the fresh start that you get?
Like I said, right now it's just a new system, so I feel like all that's behind me. I just want to come in. I know what type of player I am. I know what I'm capable of. So right now I'm just focused on coming in here, learning this system, and getting better every day. The coaches challenge us to do certain things that we never done before, just like flying around. We run to everything. Like that's the biggest emphasis is finish. Hustle, effort, and that's just what we're doing right now.
Eddie, there's been a lot of talk about this team potentially drafting a cornerback next week. What do you think the secondary needs to be able to get to its next level?
That's for them to decide upstairs. But for us, we're just gonna rock out with whoever in the room with us right now. We're gonna continue to push each other, challenge each other, and do our best.
To your point
about some of the things that are being emphasized and finishing, and Travis was in here yesterday saying he's heard the hits philosophy 50 times, since he got here. How does the coaching staff get those messages imparted without overdoing it to a point where guys are like, all right, we get it already?
I just feel like that's the type of guys you have in the room. We have a great group of guys. Like everyone knows, that it shows that it works, and the scheme that they came from, it shows it works. So right now it's just for us to do our part, just to buy into it and just finish. And we see the results, when we go out there flying around like today. That was one of the better days today. We had a couple turnovers and a couple, pass breakups and things like that, and that just come from flying around.
Eddie, a lot of people are saying that you are like the X factor of this defense. If Eddie Jackson can play like this, if Eddie Jackson can get to being back like this player, as a player who accomplishes the things that you've accomplished in this league, do you take that as a slight when people say if he can play like this, if he can play like that, or do you kind of understand it, or how do you view it when people say he's the X factor? If he can succeed, then maybe.
To be honest, I really don't even try to buy into that. Like I said, I know what I'm capable of, and that's what I want to get back to is making those plays. That's the biggest thing for me is just go out there, fly it around, and lead my guys, and that's by playing good, making plays, and getting back to how you're capable of playing.
What do you want this coaching staff to know about you, and what do you want to prove to them?
That I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to buy in, whatever it takes, whatever they ask for me, I'm willing to do it.
They gonna let you return punts?
I don't think so. I wish.
Eddie, we're coming up on 5 years since the day you were drafted. What do you remember most about that day for you personally?
Just what was going through my mind, when day one, what it was the third day, something like that, when day one and day two passed, and just everything was going. But I'm forever grateful and blessed to be in this situation, to come from that and overcome the things I went through, and just knowing where I came from and what went down and how it happened and to where we are now.
How crazy is it for you to be the last guy from that class still in the building here?
Crazy, man. We was talking about it yesterday in the locker room, like, who here? I'm like, bro, it was it. It was me and Tariq, and now it's just me. It's crazy to really think about that.
Are you going to Ryan Poles' office telling him about some of the Alabama guys they should draft?
Nah, not yet. I wish. I leave that up to them.
There's a guy in John Mechie who's maybe a similar situation to you in terms of where his draft stock is and his injury situation. For guys like that who are coming to the draft, what could you learn from your experience for guys like that to, again, their stocks falling because of a surgery or an injuries, things like that?
Man, just keep working and just take advantage of the opportunity when it presents itself. That part you can't control. You can't control what team you get picked. You can't control what round you go, but you control everything else when you get, to get that opportunity. Just take advantage of it.
Did you talk to him at all about, do you know Mechie at all, or have you reached out?
Nah.
Can Coach Getsy be a resource for you guys in terms of when you play the team from up north? Can Coach Getsy kind of help you guys understand better what they're doing offensively, trying to attack you guys?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
You guys had those conversations, or do you anticipate having those types of conversations?
Yeah, farther down the line, farther down the road, we plan on having those conversations. Right now, we just, the basic stuff, putting in things, going against the offense and stuff like that.